I thought you'd been telling your truth, which is often a pack of lies, from the moment you abandoned this country.
It was awful. It was terrible. It was horrible.
Everybody who works for her quits. Everybody says she's a bully.
She can't do anything else. She wasn't a great actress. She was crappy royal.
She's obsessed with her own ego.
They're just whining millennial windbags.
She's crying for sympathy, playing the victim.
Oh, God, you wouldn't know the truth if it hit you around the back of your head.
Oh, how lovely!
So Meghan Markle went on air telling the world to tell the truth. Sounds harmless, right? A little call for honesty? Well, honey, it landed like a grenade. Trey Parker and Matt Stone didn't just hear it, they practically snatched it like candy, spun it into what insiders are calling their sharpest, nastiest South Park punchline yet.
She's a malignant narcissist who is a truly terrible person.
With a permanent victim complex, knowing that victimhood is what makes them all the money.
After taking a break from taking a break, Meghan Markle is back.
No, the world's biggest victims right now are the Duke and Duchess of Netflix. And don't take my word for it.
Word is, Paramount tried keeping everything under wraps, but guess what? The truth spilled out faster than Meghan's own podcast clip. Apparently, the second that snippet hit the internet, South Park's writing room caught fire, figuratively. One assistant claims Parker shouted, "Print it, this is episode Kryptonite." Yeah, it was that intense. And get this, the storyboard was changed in under 3 hours. Red ink slashes, confidential couriers, even a site team on the east side of LA got dragged in for last-minute animation polish. Oh, and someone from the sound team thought it'd be funny to layer in royal trumpets under Parker's yell. Petty? Absolutely. Hilarious? Without a doubt.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
This is all fake.
We want privacy! We want privacy! We want privacy!
She's drunk on her own ego.
We want privacy! We want privacy! We want...
Then comes the legal tea. An internal email allegedly flagged the new version as fair use dynamite and warned execs to brace for a tantrum from Montecito. Early Thursday morning, a studio lighting tech reportedly saw a bizarre gag placeholder that no one could make sense of. Parker, he just smiled and said, let them figure it out on premiere night. Classic chaos. Studio B basically became a bunker. Fluorescent lights, energy drinks rolling on the floor, and a glowing Google Doc named Truth Bomb Alt B open on every screen. And at 1:17 a.m., the doc dropped straight from Parker's laptop. Label: urgent, no revisions, no one sleeping tonight. Animators whispered orders like it was a war room. Sweeten the prince's vowels. Make the embarrassment land. The goal? Make cartoon Harry's what? Sound so pathetic it burns.
So let me start with you, sir. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
You'd think that was enough, right? Nope. The background team, bless their shady little hearts, started hiding Easter eggs in the hospital corridor scene. Blink and you'll miss it. Posters reading Fact Check Station, and even books titled Spare for Sale, Petty Level Expert. Around 3:30 a.m., a courier in a navy hoodie handed over a sealed envelope stamped confidential, legal clearance. Inside, a memo saying the satire was bulletproof. Well, almost. It flagged one issue, and Meghan might say the megaphone gag depicted emotional distress. The fix? A therapist cameo, handing cartoon Meghan a mindfulness pamphlet. And Parker? He gave it the green light while laughing. At dawn, with cold pizza boxes everywhere and tired animators dragging themselves to the finish line, a colorist locked in the new scene and someone finally hit render. Siri started blaring a victory playlist. Meanwhile, 2 overnight staffers were quietly escorted out and their rough-cut USB drives confiscated. But one of those freelancers still managed to tweet a cryptic warning, something about a royal signature nobody's seen in decades. The tweet vanished. His account went private within minutes. By 8 o'clock a.m., the studio reeked of pepperoni and fried GPU fans. Suddenly, every inbox pinged. Review Cut now live. Link expires in 4 hours. Rumor has it, Meghan's LA communications director clicked the link at 8:14 and closed it 6 minutes later, pale as a ghost.
Well, as the caring, sharing Mrs. Sussex reflects on almost being recognized for her, and again I quote, work to advance community well-being and expand opportunity. Whatever the hell that means.
The moment she saw the episode, she allegedly texted Montecito, "You will not believe the scroll." The drama was now at DEFCON 1. Some say Meghan's single line just became South Park's next viral backbone. Back in Montecito, chaos unfolded. Megaphone Meghan started trending in private WhatsApp chats like wildfire. An emergency Zoom meeting lit up at 9:00 sharp. Harry in gym shorts, Meghan flanked by lawyers, and a brand strategist waving color-coded cue cards. First agenda item? Meghan, she pinched her nose and said, file every possible cease and desist today. But LA Legal, they shook their heads. Parody is ironclad, one replied, and if you sue, they'll animate that too. So what now? A senior advisor pitched a counter podcast titled The Actual Truth with experts and heartfelt clips. Harry was all for it until a PR consultant warned that playing old footage could backfire. Every inconsistency would be dragged under the microscope. Then came the nuclear suggestion. Release uncut footage of Meghan's pregnancy video shoot to prove authenticity. Everyone froze. Harry turned pale, remembering the harsh lights and awkward takes. Meghan whispered that real stays buried. Then phones buzzed again. An anonymous email had landed. One screenshot. The South Park truth scroll. Bullet point 7. Private birth plan inconsistencies. The silence was unbearable. Meghan reportedly muttered, they want to drag us back to that. Harry? He paced, muttering deja vu like a broken record. Strategists tried offering a softer plan. Flood social media with cheerful family clips to kill the satire buzz. But the social media lead warned Meghan's twerking pregnancy reel already sparked low-grade engagement. Any more might give South Park more fuel. Things spiraled. Then the house manager walked in with breaking news. Paparazzi drones were now circling the property, searching for reaction shots. Meghan slammed her laptop shut and turned to Harry. If they want the truth, maybe we should give them one they can't twist. What did she mean? Nobody knew. But at Paramount's War Room, their marketing slate flipped to a new campaign title, Truth Serum Weekend. Executives were buzzing. A data analyst showed a chart. Any tweet combining Tell the Truth and South Park saw 50% higher engagement than Meghan's last privacy PR tour. One of them grinned and said, outrage is rocket fuel. Their strategy? A three-pronged attack. A 10-second TikTok of cartoon Harry juggling truth scrolls, a cryptic megaphone emoji on Instagram, and a 48-hour merch drop. Mugs that read, truth is relative.
So you hate journalists? That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
Is she ever going to get to the point where she literally looks in the mirror and goes, nobody's interested in my jam or my life, nobody likes me, shut the hell up?
Legal said go, merch is fair game. But one eco-brand sponsor panicked. Their hospital campaign clashed with South Park's Parody. The EVP of content just shrugged. Satire isn't sanitized, he said, and greenlit everything anyway. Meanwhile, Trey Parker and Matt Stone weren't answering their phones. They simply sent a Slack emoji, a winking face with a bandage. Translation, keep swinging. Meanwhile, another streaming platform sniffed opportunity and offered Harry's team an exclusive reaction interview. Sympathetic tone, live fact-check ticker, soft landing stuff. Meghan? She dismissed it as feeding the beast. Across the pond, palace aides quietly drafted possible statements in case journalists pounced. But a junior royal official whispered the king actually found the satire uncomfortably accurate and might prefer silence. Back at Paramount, the first teaser was now scheduled for Thursday at noon sharp. Prime scroll time. One producer added a final savage touch. The teaser ends with laughter morphing into a baby's cry. Executives clapped. Ruthless. And here's the kicker. If Meghan or Harry reacts before Thursday, the team can splice fresh jabs into the teaser. If not, the show dropped, untouched and totally unopposed.
Their shows haven't been canceled yet. Meghan Markle has not been silenced in public life yet.
And just like that, Meghan's three little words, tell the truth, went nuclear. Inside her home, blackout curtains were drawn tight. The mood? Less podcast prep, more crisis bunker. They weren't running a podcast anymore. They were managing an existential brand meltdown. The so-called Truth Tribunal had reconvened. Everyone sat tense around a reclaimed oak table, color-coded dossiers in front of them. Risk assessments, contingency plans, and then came the wild card. A former Netflix showrunner, hired recently to help fix the narrative, pitched a bold move, a reverse documentary. Meghan facing down every rumor head-on in a stylized fact-check expose. Think glossy edits, dramatic lighting, redemption arc. Hollywood style, he name-dropped Selena Beckham. Audiences love a messy comeback. But a finance officer quickly killed the vibe. Any distributor would demand everything. Raw footage, pregnancy bloopers, email threads about Archie's birth. They'll want the vault, she warned. Harry slouched. The vault always brings back the uniform, he muttered. The one haunting detail from his memoir that just won't die. Meghan turned to her lawyer. The answer? Even riskier. Opening those files could violate NDAs tied to tabloid settlements, but the showrunner pushed on. What if we beat South Park to the punch? Meghan asked one question that stopped the room. Would I hold the megaphone? Silence. Then came a blow no one saw coming. HR slid in with an update. 2 veteran staffers resigned. One was their family videographer, the other, a top-tier PR scriptwriter. Both cited unsustainable narrative pivots in their exit memos. Meghan started recalculating aloud. We can still run daily content with a skeleton crew, double shifts.
Meghan thinks dignity is the name of the maid that cleans the upstairs bathroom.
She wants us to listen to her like she's a founder because she took all that money and launched her stupid-ass lifestyle brand with Jam.
She wanted the crown, but didn't want to carry the weight.
Meanwhile, the social team hit another roadblock. 3 major mommy influencers, once allies, ghosted them. One even said Meghan's truth rant felt weaponized. Sponsors, they were panicking too. A floral sprinkle brand threatened to pull inventory. So Meghan went rogue. Let's drop unreleased daddy-daughter clips. Lily's giggles, soft filters. Overlay with our Rose teaser. Shift the convo from satire to sipping. Finance blanched. The Rose stockpile still sat in a Napa warehouse, labeling unfinished. Meghan didn't flinch. Then we leaked the tasting notes, make them thirsty. One data scientist explained fans were replaying the twerking pregnancy clip. Meanwhile, the Father's Day content, most viewers tapped out after 3 seconds.
She can't do anything else. She wasn't a great actress. She was crappy royal.
She's obsessed with her own ego.
She's crying for sympathy, playing the victim.
They're just whining millennial windbags.
Even South Park's writers allegedly noticed the imbalance. Sources claim they recut the parody. Cartoon Meghan lovingly salutes her baby bump while cartoon Harry just wheels a clipboard behind her, blank-faced. One Paramount insider couldn't help it. They texted a Sussex aide, "Fatherhood gap equals comic gold." Inside the Truth Tribunal, phones pinged non-stop, panic pings, but legal shut it down fast. That photo shows Montecito's driveway, already mapped by drone paparazzi. Security suggested blurring the background. Creative pushed back, blurred equals fake. The room stalled until one outsider, a crisis consultant, offered a wild card. Partner with a fatherhood mental health charity. Go live, host a Q&A, and challenge Parker and Stone to join. Invite the enemy to the truth table. Meghan's eyes narrowed. An aide swore she whispered, that could flip the script.
All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these 2.
These 2, Meghan and Harry, are the worst.
The hypocrisy is beyond anything I've ever seen.
The charity angle sparked hope. Influencer relationships might thaw. Retail buyers might come back. Meghan circled a date. 3 Thursdays from now. Digital only, pending sponsors. Harry nodded, his first real smile all day. He even asked if Charles might tune in anonymously. Dead silence followed. Outside, the cicadas hummed. Inside, Montecito now had a live stream countdown. One shot at redemption or disaster. But before they could even draft the announcement, another bomb dropped. Clips from Meghan's upcoming podcast episode leaked overnight. And what line went viral before anyone even finished their morning coffee? Yup, tell the truth.
It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
Hi, I'm Meghan Markle.
And I'm Harry.
And we're royally screwed.
An intern, unconfirmed but suspected of trying to cozy up to Meghan's team, leaked the audio to a gossip blog at 2:40 IEM, and it went straight to the South Park meme machine. Cartman screaming, "Tell the truth" at Congress, now mashed up with Meghan's voice. Paramount insiders even claim the writers yanked the final sound mix to punch up a brand new scene. Cartoon Meghan barges into a delivery room waving depositions and screaming her truth mantra, while nurses project a slideshow titled disputed claims, crisis trackers updated, T-minutes 19 days. Meghan's attempt to reclaim the narrative was officially live. But if South Park aired their episode first, that live stream could look like a reaction, not a rally. And the real fear? That her live mic becomes the next meme.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant.
Meghan Markle, the only thing she found was a rich, famous husband.
The nearest thing Meghan Markle ever had to a billion-dollar idea was marrying a prince.
So, Meghan greenlit the full live stream, hoping to wrestle back control. But hours later, she dropped a sweet little Father's Day tribute on Instagram. Grainy beach clips, guitar strings, Archie on a bike, Lily toddling in the phone. Sounds heartwarming, right? Only the internet wasn't buying it. The post went up at 3 p.m. That's nearly 10 hours later than her over-the-top Mother's Day video, which hit socials at dawn sharp. And fans noticed. And just when it couldn't get worse, bloggers lined up the time delay with South Park's rumored rewrite, and there were thousands. Apparently, Trey and Matt extended the megaphone scene. Cartoon Meghan reportedly scolds her film crew for missing her carefully curated Father's Day moment before unveiling a tiny sign that reads, "Content clock, ouch."
A Californian former cable actress pathetically attempting to upstage a centuries-old institution that Princes Andrew and Harry accepted acts with restraint and dignity.
Paramount refused to comment, but two freelance sound editors posted suspicious tweets about chasing timestamps and a new midnight rule before locking their accounts. Whatever that gag is, it's aimed straight at Meghan's social media rhythm. If the parody drops with that bit intact, strategists warn, every future Sussex post becomes timestamp meme bait. Either Meghan gambles on raw vulnerability, or she swallows her pride and lets the cartoon echo through eternity. Harry, he rubs his temples, whispering a friend's advice. Sometimes you win by not stepping on the field. But what do you think? Should Meghan go live and confront the satire head-on? Or let Trey Parker and Matt Stone drop their megaphone gag uncontested? Drop your verdict below. Tap subscribe below, because you already know this saga's far from over. And what's coming next? Oh, you won't believe.